It's a disease that will afflict 1 out of 8 Americans. Alzheimer's disease is the 6th leading cause of death in the U.S., but it can be prevented. And joining us this morning is the author of Superbrain, Maximize Your Brain Health for a Better Life, Dr. Jay Sordean. Thanks for coming in this morning.
As you know, Ronald Reagan, Margaret Thatcher, and Nelson Mandela all had Alzheimer's. Very famous people,
yes.
But you don't have to be famous to get Alzheimer's.
Right. And you've brought in some of your clues into how we can prevent Alzheimer's, and it starts with fat.
Precisely. The more fat you have in your body, the smaller your brain becomes because there's a degeneration that occurs. So actually dealing with obesity, very important. It's also a huge health problem in this country anyway. Number 2, we call the Prince Charles. That has to do with taking care of your teeth. If you have inflammation and infection in the teeth, it eventually goes up into the sinuses and can cause brain rot as well. Taking care of the teeth, very important. Number 3, we call the Three Stooges. The Three Stooges had slapstick comedy. They'd run into walls, they'd get hit upside the head, and everyone laughed at those.
Sure.
But actually these aren't so trivial. Over time they build up, and just like with sports injuries, that can cause brain damage.
And people really think it's the big blows that cause the most damage, but it can even be those little shots every day that you might take in football or other sports that can cause this damage.
The little injuries that accumulate over time are just as dangerous as the big ones.
And so what else do you recommend to people? Eating healthy or other things that might be able to help them in their fight against Alzheimer's?
Yes. I have something called Dr. J's Brain Formula. B stands for blood circulation. You have to make sure the blood is circulating properly. You can do that with a neurologic relief center technique, acupuncture, and other methods. R stands for removing toxins. It's important to not be exposed to toxins in the environment and also to clear them out of the body when they are in there.
And you're in Hoosier native and you're back in Indiana this week for
That's
a walk
correct.
coming up. We really appreciate you being here, Dr. Jay Sordean. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.